Hello everyone, so welcome you all to Ashok Tutorials Meghalaya's first AMTED channel. Alright, so as you know, we have been discussing health education unit 2 chapter 3 part 1 class 10 last time, right? In the last video we have discussed part 1 of chapter 3, and in this video we are going to discuss part 2 of the remaining slides. Let's see what we have. So these all things we have already we are done with. We have seen this National Family Planning Program, we have seen, then National Vector-Borne Disease Control we have seen, then again how can we help also we have seen. Then see, now the next will be about National Tuberculosis Control Program, right? So what is National Tuberculosis Control Program? So before that you have to understand what is tuberculosis. So tuberculosis is a disease which mainly affects the, what do you see in the picture, the lungs, right? So how do you get this disease? All those things we will see as we go on in the slides. Let's see. So yes, before I say anything further, I just want to inform you one thing, that whatever you see in these slides are exactly the copy of your textbooks. All right, so you don't have to be like, oh, sir has made or added extra information. So I have not added anything extra. This is exactly what is written in your textbooks. All right, and why did I do so? So that you find it very easy to refer to, right? Alright, so through the National Tuberculosis Control Program, emphasis is placed on two aspects. So there is a program, which program? That National Tuberculosis Program, and these programs have aimed two aspects. What is that? Number one is vaccination, BCG vaccination, that is Bacillus calmette-guerin, and another one is institutional and home treatment of patients under supervision of health workers, so that the treatment is not interrupted during the course of treatment for a period of 6 to 8 months or till advised by the doctor. So this program, what does it do? It emphasizes on two aspects, two forms. What is that? One is vaccination, another one is the care of the patient at home, all right, or at the institution or at the hospitals. And supervision of health workers and home treatment of patients under supervision. Yes, of course, when the patients are at home, they will be supervised by the medical experts. All right, and this course of treatment will last from 6 to 8 months under the supervision of the doctor, right? The disease is both preventable and curable. See, so you don't have to fear, you don't have to say, like, if somebody has got tuberculosis or they are suffering from TB, right? So don't let them panic. Tell them that you don't have to worry, your disease is totally curable, it is preventable, so don't worry, it will be fine, you will be fine. And one of the basic reason for tuberculosis is smoking. I can see many students of class 8, class 9, class 10, class 11, class 12, they are smoking, right? In Meghalaya, as I have taught in many schools, so I know many students, they practice smoking bidi, smoking cigarettes, right? So what is this? This is the reason for mouth cancer, this is the reason for lung cancer, and this is the reason for tuberculosis or TB. So if you, those who are watching my videos, and you are smoking bidi or cigarettes, immediately stopped consuming that, because when you are smoking, you are inviting different type of diseases like lung cancer, mouth cancer, throat cancer, and this particular disease called tuberculosis. All right, so it can attack any part of the body, but mainly it affects lungs. So as I told you, when somebody is suffering from TB, their lungs will be affected. All right, so you can see in the picture that black color lungs. So you see that? Yes, it spreads through droplets of sputum of infected patients when they cough or sneeze without covering the mouth or nose, and droplets are inhaled by the people who come into their close contact. Now, these TB or tuberculosis is spread from one person to another by the sputum. What is sputum? Sputum means the saliva when you spit, right? When you spit, You know what is spitting, right? In Garo we call it sthua, right? Sthua. So along with that spit, you know, those like the sputum or the spit of infected patient, they contains the microorganisms or the germs which are responsible for transferring TB. So when these infected people, they cough or they sneeze in front of healthy people without covering their mouth and nose, then droplets of water comes out from our mouth and nose, right? And these droplets of water, they contain high number of these infective, you know, microorganisms which eventually infect the healthy people, right? So therefore it is advised not only to girls, even to boys, to use handkerchief. When you come to school, you should have handkerchief in your pocket. All right, so when you sneeze, when you cough, take out your handkerchief and cough and sneeze. All right, this is healthy habits, these are good manners. So if you want to be good students, if you want to be hygienic, if you want to take care of your health and the people in and around you, then always carry a handkerchief along with yourself. All right, and never share your handkerchief with anybody. All right, let's see the next slide. So what do you see in the picture? I think you can see cigarettes, right? A burning cigarette. So this is what you have to say no to. And let me also tell you that many of my students who are watching this video right now, I know you do not smoke, right? You never smoke, you never touch all this, but unfortunately your parents, your uncles, they are touching it, right? They smoke. Your grandfather, your father, they smoke. So these smoke will not affect only the smokers. Don't think that your father is smoking in front of you, your grandfather is smoking in front of you, your uncle is smoking in front of you, will affect only them. But you know, you will be more affected by smoking because you are also technically a passive smoker. Because when they are smoking, they are, you know, exhaling the smoke. So when the smoke is, you know, diffused into the atmosphere, these smoke gets into your lungs also, because you're breathing, right? So you get the smell. You get the smell of what? You get the smell of tobacco inside the bidi or cigarettes, right? So that's why, you know, in public transportation like night supers, day supers, sumo, xylo, whatever public transportation is there, train, flight, smoking is banned. You cannot smoke there, right? If, my dear students, if you see anybody smoking in the bus, anybody smoking in public vehicle, be it sumo, xylo, whatever, tell them they are not supposed to smoke, because this is illegal. You know, this is not legal, this is a crime. So you cannot smoke in public places. So you have to tell the elder people also, do not fear, do not be scared. Tell them you are not supposed to smoke in public vehicle. All right, this is our right, because they will smoke but we will be infected. Because of them we might also get tuberculosis or lung cancer, anything. Right, the main symptom of the disease are fever and weakness, loss of weight and appetite, pain in chest, chronic cough lasting for weeks, and occasional blood in the sputum. Now you see, when somebody, you know, how, like when somebody suppose have got tuberculosis, what will happen to him or her? He or she will get fever, they will feel weak, they will not be able to walk, they will lose weight, they will become very thin and lean, then they will lose appetite, which means they will not feel like eating, then they will have pain in their chest, then they will have coughing all the time. And sometimes when they are coughing, even the blood will come out from their mouth. All right, so any of you or any of your parents or any of your neighbors or any of your friends you see having these symptoms like fever and weakness, loss of weight, loss of appetite, pain in the chest, or coughing for long time and blood coming out from their mouth, then immediately tell them to go to the doctor and, you know, do the test for tuberculosis. Right, so it is difficult to determine exactly the amount of economic loss caused by this disease to our country. See, as we have discussed in our first video, that there is a loss. When the people die, the human resource is lost, right? So we as a nation, we suffer the loss. The disease, however, causes prolonged illness and consequent disability and invalidity for varying periods, and so to that extent there is a significant loss of labor time to our country. So as I told you this one yesterday, you see, suppose your teachers, all right, your teachers are working, they are coming to teach you different subjects. So suppose your teacher is not coming for a week, so 1 week is wasted, right? 1 week will be wasted. If that teacher puts any other teacher as proxy or as substitute, then it is good for you. But if they are not putting, even if they put substitute, they will not be able to teach you the way your present teacher was teaching you, right? So these are the problems, right? So not only that, there is a considerable amount of expenditure involved in treating the tuberculosis patient. See, now don't think that when somebody get TB, it is very easy to treat that person. No, it is costly, right? It will cost. It is very costly. That's why always try to prevent it, because we know that prevention is better than cure, right? Prevention is better than cure. Under the National TB Control Program launched in our country, steps have been taken to fight these diseases. The objective of the program is to reduce the prevalence of tuberculosis in the country and to control the spread of infection. See, there are different type of program, all right? Different type of program which are started or initiated by the government of India and implemented by the state government, you know, so that we can reduce the risk of tuberculosis, and as a result we can reduce the risk of death. All right. Now, you know, if you are from West Garo Hills, if you are from Tura, and if you have gone to Chanmari Wadanang side, there you will see one center, right? One center on Wadanang side, on the right side, Chanmari. When you go, you will see that there is something of tuberculosis, all right? That is like tuberculosis center or something. I also have not read nicely, but oh yes, I remember. TB hospital we call it, right? Those people from Tura, you know it, right? TB hospital is there, right? I do not know exactly that is Wadanang or Chanmari or what area, I don't know. So you have to comment in the comment section what is that particular area. So there is a TB hospital. TB hospital is for what? TB hospital is for tuberculosis patient, all right? And you will also see when you go to Tura supermarket, there in round building, that council building I think you call it, right? So there behind the back side you will see they have written with big letters tuberculosis, that NTPC, tuberculosis control program, all right? So they have written that, you can see it. This is being done by establishing district TB centers in each of the districts of the country for organized tuberculosis cases, detection and treatment facilities at all the hospitals, dispensaries and PHCs, so that these facilities are readily available to the suffering population. Now see, when somebody is suffering from TB, the government from India, Modi will not come and give you medicines, right? So the central government will not come. Even, you know, our chief minister will not come to your house and give you medicines. Even the deputy commissioner will not come and give you the medicines. Even the health experts will not come and give you the medicines. It is we who have to go to the PHCs, who have to go to the dispensaries, who have to go to the hospitals and get the treatment, right? Stress is laid for detection and proper treatment of infectious TB patients, because these are people from whom the disease will spread to others, so who are not infected. Now you see, you know, we have to prevent the disease. So as you all know that we have suffered great loss of life, everything we have lost during the time of COVID-19, right? So that's why we say that prevention is always better than cure. So always try to detect, and whenever you are detecting a disease, try to treat it as soon as possible, because when you allow the disease to grow, it grows more and more, right? Let's see the next slide. All right, what do you see here? Right diagnosis. All right, so this is a chart you can study by yourself, all right? Then tuberculosis is now curable. See, before long time back, not long time, but long time back actually, tuberculosis was not curable. We cannot treat the patient who are suffering from TB and they used to die. But now TB can be cured. So when somebody is suffering from TB, he or she should not be scared, all right? Because they can be treated, they will be fine. Effective anti-TB drugs for treatment of TB patients are available, and vast majority of TB patients can be treated properly in their own homes and need to be admitted and need not be aided in TB sanatoria or hospitals. See, now these days, you know, when somebody is suffering from tuberculosis, he or she may not be even need to be added to the hospital or admitted to the hospital. They can get the treatment at home only. They have to take proper rest, they have to isolate themselves, and they have to follow the instructions given by the medical experts. Only a number of TB patients who are actually ill or whom surgery is to be undertaken need admission in such hospitals and sanatoria. Now see, only the critical people, those who are suffering from long time, or those who are having infection in the lungs who need surgery, those type of people only needs to be admitted to the hospital. Right? The treatment with anti-TB drugs has to be treated for at least a period of 1 year on a regular basis without any break. See now, suppose somebody is getting TB, so that person have to take the that person will have to take the medicine for TB for how many years? For 1 full year without any break. All right. If the patient undergo treatment irregularly, it would cause harm to them and they will become resistant to the drug. See, that's why do not play with medical conditions. All right, dear students, don't play with medical conditions. If somebody is suffering from some problem, let the treatment be continuous. Don't break the treatment in between. Don't do like you have taken the medicine today and again you are supposed to take the medicine tomorrow, but you are taking after 1 week. Don't do that. This means that anti-TB drug will not have the desired effect on the germs and the disease will not be cured. So if you do not follow what the doctor has said, then your treatment will take time, and you you have to follow whatever the medical advisor has told you. For protecting the susceptible, BCG vaccination is being offered to all below 20 years of age. So I believe that all those who are in class 10 now, you are below 20 years. So these BCG vaccine or Bacillus calmette-guerin vaccine you have already taken. All right, you have already taken this TB vaccine, which means you will never get tuberculosis in your life if you have taken this vaccination. BCG is the name of vaccine which was discovered by 2 scientists. So who discovered the vaccine for TB? Calmette and Guerin. All right. So BCG, B means Bacillus, C means Calmette, and G means Guerin. All right. The Bacillus is the bacteria. Calmette and Guerin are the name of the 2 scientists who discovered the vaccine for tuberculosis. All right. So BCG vaccination produces resistance in the body against TB germs, and thus the vaccinated are protected even if they come in contact with TB patients. So BCG vaccination does what? It provides resistance to the body against the TB causing germs, and as a result, even if we come in contact with the TB patient, we will not be infected. Why? Because we are already vaccinated. All right. All of us must put our efforts together to control this killer disease. So you, me, I, we all have to take steps together. We all should join our hands together to fight this deadly disease called tuberculosis. Have you taken BCG vaccinations? This is a question put to you. So have you taken BCG vaccination? I have taken. What about you? If you have taken, comment it in the comment section. Let me see. If not, get yourself vaccinated from any TB clinic or hospital where the facility is available. Suppose if you have not taken the TB vaccination, you go to the TB hospital or any hospital and ask them where is the TB cell and get yourself vaccinated. All right. Good. As you have already studied about this disease and the preventive measures, you are sure to follow certain healthy habits. Now you see, since you have already studied about the disease, right, tuberculosis, so if we want ourselves not to get any type of diseases, the first and foremost thing is to keep ourselves healthy. And how do we keep ourselves healthy? By cleaning our body, by cleaning our surrounding, by eating good food, eating nutritious food, eating vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, fats, and vitamins. Right. Now keep your house and surroundings clean and your rooms well ventilated. See, I have seen many boys who stay in Nokpante, no? Those who are staying in Nokpante, you don't clean your room, this and that, lying down here and there. You don't clean your dustbin, you don't clean your table, you don't clean your bed cover, you don't change your bed sheet, you don't change your pillow cover, you don't wash your school uniform, you don't wash your mosquito net, right? So all ulta pulta you are putting in your room, especially boys. So you have to take care of your room, you have to take care of your nokpante, those who are staying in nokpante, you have to take care of that. All right, and it should have good ventilation, it should be ventilated. Then you should take regular exercises, and you should take participation in games. Take nutritious diet and keep yourself fit and healthy. See, many of the girls I have seen, they feel shy to play sports, they feel shy to play games. No need to feel shy. Why are you feeling shy? Because when you are playing games, when you are taking part in march past, football, basketball, cricket, or volleyball, or badminton, you are going to improve your body, not my body, not your friend's body, not a teacher's body, your body only. You will be doing it for your own good health. That's why don't feel shy, dear girls. You have to take care of yourself, your body, by playing different type of games during school hours, during break time, during PT period. And you also have to play certain games, and you have to do a regular exercise. All the boys and girls, you have to do the exercises and take care of your bodies. All right, you must cultivate the habit of covering your mouth with a piece of cloth or handkerchief whenever you sneeze or cough. This is what I already told you. Both the boys and girls, you are supposed to carry handkerchief along with you in your school uniform, or even when you go outside anywhere. And whenever you feel like coughing, or whenever you feel like sneezing, you have to use your handkerchief. Then indiscriminate spitting is very bad habit and must be avoided. See, this is very important line. Indiscriminate spitting is very bad habit and must be avoided, which means you will spit here and there, spitting here and there. So I have seen in some of the schools where I have taught before, I have seen students, they are spitting inside the classroom. Shameless people. So I have repeatedly told them, informed them that this is a very bad habit. You should not spit in the classroom. They are spitting, and what do? They wipe it or play it with their shoes, legs. They will spit on the floor and they will wipe it with their shoes. This is a very bad habit. Don't do, boys. I have seen you, especially the boys, of course, I have seen. So those who are spitting this way inside the classroom, I feel like you are chewing some tobacco or taking some sada in your mouth, or shikar or bimal. I do not know what type of intoxicating things you are taking, that you have to spit inside the classroom. So this is a very bad habit. Forget about classroom. You're not supposed to spit in the veranda. You're not supposed to spit in sitting places, in public places. If you really want to spit, go to the dustbin and spit it out. All right, so this is a very bad habit. So those who spit inside the classroom, remember that if I ask you to spit in your house, in your room, will you spit? You will never do that, right? So respect your classroom and respect your school. When you come across people having some of the symptoms of this disease, advise them to go to a TB clinic or a hospital for proper checkup. Get yourself checked by a doctor periodically. So this is what I have told you, that if you come across any people feeling congestion in the chest, or having blood when they cough, or loss of appetite, weakness, so you should take or advise those type of people to go to doctor and see. All right, let's see what we have next. National Leprosy Eradication Program. So this is leprosy. Do you know what is leprosy? If you do not know, let me show you. If somebody is suffering from leprosy, what will happen to him or her? Let's see. All right, leprosy, let us see. So what is leprosy? Hansen's disease, also known as leprosy. See, what is another name for leprosy? It is Hansen's disease. All right, so is an infection caused by slow growing bacteria called Mycobacterium leprae. So Mycobacterium leprae is the causative agent of leprosis. So let's see, how do the people look who are suffering from tuberculosis? See, do you see the pictures? See, these are some of the pictures of the people who are suffering from who is suffering from leprosy. So see how they look. See, you should not laugh. All right, you should thank God. You should thank that you are very lucky that you are not suffering from this type of diseases. So that's why, these are very deadly diseases. We don't even like to look at them, right? So dangerous, so deadly, we don't even want to look at them. So this is what happens to the people who are suffering from tuberculosis, oh sorry, leprosis. All right, leprosy. I'm mixing up again and again, leprosis, like that. This is leprosy, and what we have done already is tuberculosis. All right, so let's continue. So National Leprosy Eradication Program. So taking into consideration the suffering of people due to this disease, National Leprosy Control Program was initiated in 1955. That is towards the later period of the first 5-year plan. So what happened was that since this leprosy was a growing concern in the year 19, it was a growing concern long time back. That's why in the year 1995, National Leprosy Eradication Program was initiated by the central government to combat or to stop the leprosy problem. The main objective of the program is early case detection and treatment given at homes of the leprosy patient, domiciliary treatment with sulfone tablets. See what happens here. When somebody is suffering or detected with leprosy, he or she should be treated at home. They can be treated at home, all right, but you have to remember this sulfone tablet. Sulfone tablet is given to whom? They are given to the leprosy patient. All right, the idea was to bring the maximum number of leprosy patients under treatment, particularly the infectious type, and converting them into non-infectious type, thereby preventing the spread of disease from one person to another. Now see, why this program was initiated was because to reduce the number of leprosy patients who are carrying this disease, which at times are infectious. All right, they can infect one person from another. The important and basic principle involved here is to put a check to the transmission of the disease by finding out leprosy patients during the survey by the paramedical workers and giving them the required treatment. See, the basic aim of this program was to find out the people who are suffering from leprosy, and they have the tendency of transmission of this leprosy from one person to another. The program was later renamed as National Leprosy Eradication Program. For this purpose, control units were established where the prevalence rate was 1% and above. In other words, where one and more leprosy patients were found for every 100 people in the population. Survey, education and treatment. See, you have to remember the full form of SET. What is SET? It is the survey, education and treatment. So it was that where it was prevalent that the rate was 1% and above, more than 1%. In other words, we can say that where one and more leprosy patient out of 100 were found, there only this program was taken with critical care. All right, and you have to know that survey, education and treatment centers were established. All right, see, this is also a picture of leprosy patient. So under this program, first a survey is carried out by the paramedical persons of the unit. So under this program, what will happen? The survey has to be done, like in which village who is suffering, how many people are suffering. During the survey, when they suspect any person of having leprosy, they collect the smear from the affected skin, earlobe and nose. See, suppose when they are visiting or surveying in the village or city or town, they find that, suppose they doubt somebody suffering from leprosy, then they will take the smear, they will take the liquid of your wound, or they will take a smear from your ear or from your nose, and they will do the lab test. Then the smears are examined in the laboratory. All right, if any person is found to be suffering from this disease, he is given the treatment immediately and explain in detail about the disease, the need for regular treatment over a long period and preventive measures. Now see, suppose when they do the testing in the laboratory and find, unfortunately, that yes, somebody is suffering from leprosy, then they are immediately informed that yes, you are suffering from this disease, and you have to do you have to isolate yourself, you have to take these medicines, you have to take this type of care for yourself. So all these things are guided by the people from the government side or the medical experts. Now who is this? The father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, right? So do you know Do you know that Mahatma Gandhi was extremely touched by plight of leprosy patients? So once upon a time, when our father of the nation was alive, Mahatma Gandhi was alive, he was very much touched by the plight, by the pain of the leprosy patient. He felt very bad when he looked at the leprosy patient. So he was personally interested in helping these patients to cure the disease. So he really wanted to help these leprosy patient. All right, actually he wanted to eradicate the disease from the country, and at the end of the day, he just want to extinct or eradicate this leprosy disease from the country. Perhaps his desire will come true one day after we successfully bring the disease under control. So if we want to fulfill the dream of Mahatma Gandhi, then you and me, we have to work together, right, so that we can eradicate this disease completely from the world, from the India. Let us all put our efforts together to combat this disease. On your part, you can try some of the following. See, you, me, we all have to work together, right, if we really want India to be leprosy free country. So we have to work together. So how can we do it? Let us see. All right, so remember that number A, leprosy is a disease. You should not run away from a leprosy patient at the very side of him or her. See, suppose when you are going to a market, or when you are sitting in a public transportation, bus or anything, when you see a leprosy patient, don't feel dirty, or don't feel sad, or don't feel bad, or don't avoid them. Don't run away from them. All right, you have to be compassionate, you have to be sympathetic, you have to talk to that person nicely, and if possible, you should advise them to visit the leprosy center or to visit the nearest hospital. When you find that any of your friend, your neighbors, relatives, or yourself have any kind of patches on the skin, get it examined by a doctor immediately. So suppose if you see in your family anyone having patches on your hand, see, I will show you one picture here. This one, this is called white leprosy. I believe all of you have seen this white leprosy. You have seen, no, that many people, they have this kind of skin, their original skin is changed into this white patches. So this is white leprosy. All right, so when you see anybody suffering, you have to inform immediately or visit the doctor immediately. Give correct information to others about this disease whenever you feel that there is a need. So as you are getting educated, right, I am educating you. Whatever knowledge I have, I am sharing it with the help of these health education books with you, so that when you grow up, or even now, when you meet people who need your advice, who need your suggestion, you can suggest them, you can explain to them what is leprosy, how to take care of, where to go, when to go, with whom to go, whom to contact, right? So you know everything about it, right? Good. So all right, so this is National Program for Control of Blindness. I think I will take this in another video. Third part I will take it. Fine. So today I will stop it here itself. So this is the end of this part 2 video, chapter 3, unit 2. So thank you everyone for staying connected with the Ashok Tutorials Meghalaya's first AMTED channel. Thank you.